What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, as many of you do know, when we're not doing charting, we're going to be looking at some cryptos, some new projects, and much more on our Gem Finder series. Well, once cryptos enter into the top 3, we start to really do deep dives on them. I really get to know the team, and I want to make sure that I have a full understanding of what they are about, so that when we approach our final tournament at the end of the Gem Finder season, whenever we are going to crown the ultimate gem of the entire series, that we really have a good understanding of what we're looking at, so we can make a fair decision. And so with that being said, today we're going to be looking at our #1 contender, MyBricks. We're going to be taking a look at what their price has done since we did rank them #1. We're going to take a look at some recent news that come out and what we can expect to see in the future. So of course, if you guys are excited, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. That being said, let's go ahead and let's jump straight into today's video. So we went over MyBricks on August 18th, 2021, in which of course was the day that they received their 94% ranking on the Gem Finder series. Well, if we do go ahead and just kind of look at what it's done since then, it's been phenomenal, especially for a crypto that just recently launched. So as we can see, this is going to be the day in which we ranked them on August 18th. And since then, they are still up over 40+% and still do seem to be gaining some great momentum. Of course, they are seeing a bit of a natural retracement here, as many cryptos are, but they have been doing phenomenal. Now, one thing I do want to point out is I'm not going to be doing a full video on technical analysis. I'm not going to be doing all that. I want to take a little bit look past that and just kind of look more at like the news and things like that, because with newer cryptos, the technical analysis is a little bit less reliable, but there are some key things we can look at that are good signs, for especially for people who do hold MyBricks. So one thing I can say is that if we do simply just go ahead and look at some Fibonacci's here, if we go from when they launched up to the high in which they created, they have been moving phenomenally well in a very healthy pattern, which is pretty uncommon for new cryptos. Typically speaking, we'll see that big climb up, then this big fall back down, typically to around this zone here, before maybe another bounce and then a bit of a fall, and then maybe a retracement back up at some point. But what we've been seeing from them has been a lot of healthy movement, right? Even if we go from this swing high down to this swing low, you know, we can see that we came here, swing high down to swing low, we went up, cleared it, touched our all-time high, came back down, established support on the 786, used that as rocket fuel to clear that all-time high, to work to some of our Fibonacci extensions. And so it's just great to see that this is moving in such a healthy pattern, because in my opinion, that goes to show that the investors who are in this thing, especially as new as it is, are seem to be more experienced, a little bit less emotional, and actually have a long-term vision for it. So even when we see these falls, they don't panic and sell everything because they were just trying to make a quick buck, which is of course super good for the longevity of a crypto such as MyBricks. Now let's kind of talk about why this has been happening. Why is the price going up? Why are people so confident? And what all has been happening to get them to the point in which they are seeing a lot of success so early on? Well, for just a quick review of what they are before we get into the news, so any of you who are new do understand what we're talking about, what they're going to be is that they're going to be building the MyBricks platform. With the future MyBricks platform, you'll be able to use your Bricks tokens to purchase fractional ownership of property portfolios. Properties will generate monthly yields that will be distributed to all of owners of that particular portfolio. So what they're going to do is go around purchasing these properties that they believe has a lot of potential to generate cash flow and of course to be profitable. And then that cash flow, that's profits that are going to be generated on a monthly basis, are then going to be redistributed back out to the holders that did purchase fractional ownership of these properties through the use of their Bricks tokens, which is super cool. It's a way to allow you to invest in the real estate while also mixing in crypto, but also, you know, removing some of those big hassles and fees that there are when you're trying to get involved in the rental income and the, you know, just the real estate side of investing, of course. Now, not only that though, each portfolio will also have unique perks for owners like low cost rentals on premium accommodation, discounts on home improvement services, and much more. MyBricks allows you to take part in one of the most stable, high yield generating asset classes, bricks and mortar, without all the fees, hassle, large investment amounts that come with investing fiat. And so they're trying to basically make investing in real estate much more convenient while also mixing in crypto. And it's such an interesting combination. It's super fascinating. I know for me personally, it was very appealing immediately, because if you do know me as a stock investor, a lot of my investments are in real estate investment trusts and a lot to do with real estate. And so being able to possibly mix in the real estate scene in crypto is definitely a very, very interesting idea. And I'm very excited to see where they take it in the future. And so now that we have a brief basic understanding of what exactly they're going to be doing, let's take a look at some of the news. Why are people still getting so excited, and why is MyBricks becoming so much more of a well-known name, especially within this new crypto community here? Well, the first piece of news is going to be that they actually purchased their very first property. This was released via their YouTube channel on August 24th, which is amazing, okay? It's of course amazing because a lot of this is going to revolve around, like their project is going to revolve around purchasing properties and returning some of that rental income, short-term rental income, back out to investors. And the fact that they've already started to take these steps within just being in 6 weeks of launch is just absolutely amazing, right? We've seen progress from this company that I've not seen from many other ones, and it's a very good thing in terms of developing these relationships with investors that are going to hold them in and not make them want to panic sell, which is a part of why we've been seeing the price doing so well. Now we do have a quick little walkthrough here of the property itself, so let's go ahead, let's play that, and let's see what this thing is all about. Let's just turn our volume down just in case. So we can see here they do give a little bit of an overview of what the property looks like and everything, so we can kind of see that here. And so this is just going to be the very first step or the first brick in this entire pathway of how they are going to be creating these portfolios. Of course, you're investing into portfolios, so they're going to still be going out, purchasing more properties, getting this thing even further developed to then return that short-term rental income back out to our crypto investors. There's a lot of different ways in which you can be rewarded from holding bricks, and this is of course the most important one in my opinion. Just the idea of being able to invest into these properties and be able to receive some of the income that comes from them simply by using your Bricks token, which is very cool. It's such an interesting way to apply this to crypto. I'm a big fan, and we can see that just the simple progress that they are making is generating a lot of excitement. Now, not only that, they've taken another fantastic step in actually introducing the Bricks buy button. I think this has also played a big factor into why we're seeing the price doing so well, is that it allows the newer investors who may not really understand the whole process of maybe, PancakeSwap or Uniswap and all these different things and how they can actually, have access to a token such as this one. So what they've done is if we just go to the website and you go, when you first load in, you just go down a little bit, it says new holders buy direct. And so this is just going to be a manual way for the team to actually purchase the tokens for you once you do press purchase, of course. You'll connect your wallet, you'll put in your Trust wallet, and then they will then purchase it, send that off to your Trust wallet, and it is a very convenient and easy way for new holders who may not understand the PancakeSwap and all of those things, those methods that can get a little bit complicating. It makes it a much more convenient way for you to access the Bricks token. And so the fact that they've done that, they've taken on that extra work, they've taken on that extra load to be able to return back out to these newer investors who may not understand the process, definitely says a lot about the team, that they're willing to book. That's a very inconvenient thing to do, is to have to manually put in all of these orders, but the fact that they're willing to do it and they have the the belief in themselves to be able to accommodate to every single different aspect of the crypto world, I love that. I love that about the team. And again, I think that it has built this relationship with investors, and they realize that they're willing to put in that work and to take the extra time to make things convenient, whether it be conveniently investing in real estate or conveniently just buying the token itself, which has been a part of the reason why we're seeing the price see so much stability, even when we're seeing a lot of the market being super duper volatile. So with that being said, one thing we can see is that they have been making a lot of great progress, and then going forward there are still a lot of things on the horizon, and we can still expect that they can be putting out a lot more coming soon. And so some of the things on the horizon, all we got to do is go down to the roadmap here and we can see what's on next. So they're still looking to scout and secure best assets for initial property fund. They're looking to launch the MyBricks YouTube property renovation series, which will be an interesting thing, right? For your investors to be able to see the properties they're investing in and to watch them get renovated definitely creates that feeling of communion that I think is going to be super beneficial just to the community of MyBricks itself. They're going to be starting their PR campaigns, releasing a white paper V2, beta testing the MyBricks with closed communities, and then relaunching the MyBricks website in preparation for the platform. So there's still a lot on the horizon just for the rest of this year, and then phase 2 is going to be even bigger. And so with that, I'm expecting a lot out of them, and I do have high expectations for this team itself, and I'm very excited to see how they do perform in the, as the tournament does continue. Now, you guys do know that as this tournament does wind down, as we do start to get more towards the end, expect this more, right? We're looking at these top 3 projects that are within the tournament to really get an idea, to dive deep on it, to get an analysis on what they're all about, because we don't just crown anybody as a Gem Finders champion. And I can't wait to see how they continue to perform, how they continue to develop, and what their odds are and how they look compared to some of our other cryptos as the season does come to a close in the next couple weeks here. So with that being said, of course, definitely do keep an eye on this one. They're a major contender within the series right now. I would say they're the favorite to win at this point. But with that, of course, we'll just keep an eye on the development, more news, and as that does come, I will, of course, update you guys as soon as possible. So with that being said, I will update you guys on any more movement, so definitely stay tuned for that. We also have more videos coming to the channel, and also stay tuned for the next Gem Finders episode on Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. But with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.